All right, so this is going to show you one cause of posterior open bites, and I think it's pretty common. So I'm going to show you two clinchecks of the same treatment. Obviously, I haven't shown you how the patient started. These are the proposed final positions of the teeth. And you can notice that the occlusion on this side looks to be a little bit tighter anteriorly, and there's a little bit less facial crown torque. If you look here versus here, this is more upright, this is coming out a little bit. Now, I don't expect you to necessarily weigh in on which you like more than the other. You haven't even seen the case. But I want you to understand that this final position, you might be concerned about anterior prematurities based on how it looks at this point, that there's not a lot of clearance here. And this you might feel more comfortable with. So this original clincheck that came back, I want you to notice, first of all, there's a lot of lower crowding. And you see that is being solved with proclination and also with intrusion. But the clincheck has no interproximal reduction on the lower arch. The way that this can be done in the presence of a bolt-in discrepancy, even, which is about 1.5 millimeters in this patient, and without lower IPR, is the upper anteriors are getting a tremendous amount of palatal root torque, which is kicking out the incisal edge at the same time. Now, you might think, okay, that's good thinking. But in my pretty vast experience with aligners and even tough with brackets, I maintain that this type of palatal root torque is not likely to play out to this extent with aligners. Now, somebody can show you a case where they did it, I understand. But more often than not, it may not play out. And here's why this is significant. This clincheck is relying, there's no lower interproximal reduction. It's relying on that movement as the virtual answer to avoid anterior prematurities. But if it doesn't play out, you're going to end up in a difficult spot. So what I did on the other side of the coin, other side of the screen, is I moved the teeth in a much simpler manner to simply align them without any type of root torque like you see over here. So I don't think we could disagree that this type of a correction is a lot easier. But what are we going to do with the fact that we have this anterior tendency for collision here? Well, you have two options, just like in any case with a bolt-in. You could add lower interproximal reduction, or you could, and I'll try to modify this and hopefully this will come quickly, you could respect the fact that you have a bolt-in discrepancy, probably with small laterals, 6.6, 6.5, and you could open up a small amount of space here, and that could improve a little bit the deficit in the profile that you would like. And when I leave spaces like this, patients have zero problem with it functionally or cosmetically or even food trapping. In the posterior, it's another story. So this is how, and now you see you get that. Or if I were to delete that and I added lower interproximal reduction, maybe even together with this, then you can more safely and predictably avoid the anterior prematurities that the earlier treatment would have, I think, lent itself towards.